You need to dream bigger and you need to believe it's possible. Your life is 100% up to you.
I hate the word budget. It's limiting. I hate being limited. I want to create wealth.
Welcome to the Jared Briggs Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize because it has been a couple of weeks. I've actually got Austin sitting right here next to me, and we just got bombarded with open enrollment, helping people with their insurances for 2026, and it just got to be too much. We were here till late in the evenings, weekends, and all of that, and we just decided we got to get it done, and we'll get back to the show stuff. So I apologize. Especially to those that have listened to the show and were regulars listening to the show, but we're back and we're stronger and more excited than ever. You guys, the whole goal behind all of this is to share information to hopefully help you, help your friends, help family, anyone. And there's a topic that I've been thinking about, and Austin and I just had a conversation around today where it's the hidden things that are keeping you broke, the things that are keeping you stuck financially. And I do got to share that over the last, multiple months, especially October, November, and then into December, I've had hundreds of conversations and hundreds of opportunities to visit with people that are on Medicare, that are on health insurance, that are going through their finances, looking to protect retirement income, life insurance, health insurance, Medicare, and all these. And a common theme is everybody complaining about the cost of everything. Inflation's a real thing. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not a real thing and that it's not affecting all of us. The cost of housing, the cost of groceries, the cost of our everyday living is way more than it is today, way more today than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And that theme is going to continue. And we can either take responsibility on our end and quit blaming the government, quit blaming all of those other things and start taking responsibility on ourselves. And what I mean by that, and the reason why I say that is because there's hidden things within our lives that are keeping us broke. And I want to talk to those people that are doing okay financially. Maybe you feel like you're not doing okay financially. Maybe you feel like you're drowning, but that's another perspective thing where look at the great things that we have. Look at, maybe you're listening to this on your phone. You guys, 20 years ago, people didn't have these type of phones. Phones, vehicles, housing, all the things that we get to do, the availableness to food, life has gotten easy. Like it is very easy to live in America today. Like it does not take much. Now, if you want to live on a high end, yeah, you got to make more money. But my goal, my perspective, my desire is to live in abundance. And so I want to talk from that perspective of living in abundance because I want all of you to live in abundance too. I want you to accomplish your goals and your dreams. I want you to go on those vacations. I want you to buy that nice house. I want you to buy those nice vehicles, wear nice clothes, like all of the things that you desire because you desire those things for the goodness of all these things, not the bad of things. There's not bad in those things. Like everybody looks for the bad, but those things are a good thing. It progresses America, it progresses everything. So I want to talk about the hidden ways that you are keeping yourself broke. And that honestly, literally have it right here is no financial awareness. What is your honest truth financial awareness on a day-to-day basis, personally with yourself? And this is the one thing that I've been looking at with a lot of people over the last few months, having hundreds of conversations. I literally have had conversations with people. They talk about their boat. They talk about their camper. They talk about their truck, their car, their house, the vacations they went on, the new things that they just bought. And then they sit there and tell me that they can't afford their health insurance and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, we've got a pile of things that you're doing, things that you're paying for. Like, what is the priority? What is it that you really are needing and desiring and wanting? The financial awareness is the thing that is keeping you. It's 100% keeping you broke. I can guarantee, because I've done it a lot when I sit down with people and help them go through their finances. I am very confident that if I sat down with you and we went through your finances, you couldn't tell me. Now, there's some of you out there, but most of you could not tell me exactly how much money you're making, how much money you're spending, where the money is going, what the money is doing. You couldn't tell me your retirement planning. You couldn't tell me your life insurance strategy or planning. You couldn't tell me anything about the insurances you have, how much it's costing you. You haven't ran illustrations or quotes against those things to see if the things that you truly have are what is important to you or not important to you. Do you see what I'm getting at? What is your financial awareness? Do you know, KNOW, do you know what is going on with your finances? And this is from a perspective, if you're married, do you know husband and wife? Are these things that you have sat down and gone over with? This is something I need to do a little bit better. I'm the one that handles all the finances and everything's in my home, but I constantly am having conversations with my wife about the things that we're doing. And a lot of the times, I'll be honest with you, I've been looking at buying a side-by-side. I really want to buy a side-by-side. And my wife told me, she's like, you know what, you know the finances. If you think it's a good thing, go do it. And I haven't done it. We actually talked this morning at the time of recording this. She's like, hey, what are you going to do? And I was like, I just don't feel right about it. And she's like, okay, great. Well, we need to listen to those things. We need to pay attention to those things. We need to know what is going on in our finances. And this is a common theme. You guys are making good money. I guarantee you, whether you're an individual, whether you're married, and have a spouse, whatever your situation is, I'm very confident that I would trust that you are actually making pretty good money. Now, maybe depending on where you're living, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But a very common thing that I have conversations with, they're actually making pretty good money, but they have no clue where their money is going. And I want to share what the repercussions are, what is really going to be happening, because I've experienced this myself. You're making good money. You're covering your bills, you're doing those different things. And then you plan a trip, or you plan a weekend getaway, or you plan to go out to dinner, or you plan to do something fun, or splurge a little bit, or have fun, or just live day-to-day life of everything that's going on. And you think in the back of your mind, oh, we're making good money. We should be able to do this. Let's do it. But then how come every time you go swipe your card or pay with the cash, you have this little thing in the back of your mind that has a little bit of a fear and a clinch, and you feel it like in your chest or your gut or within your mind of like, oh, can we really afford this? Oh, should we be doing this? That tells me right there, you don't know your financial awareness. You are not dialed in and disciplined with what it is that you are doing with your money. The hard truth is you need to do the hard thing. And the hard thing is just sitting down for a couple of hours. I promise you, you could figure all these things out with a couple of hours, whether it's on a sheet of paper, whether it's in an Excel sheet, whether it's working with somebody that does these type of things, whatever it is that you want to do, you sit down and get an exact of how much money you're making, an exact of how much money you're spending. And I want you to know the fixed expenses and the variable expenses. Fixed expenses are the things like a home loan, a car loan, insurance, phone bill, all of those things. It's the same payment pretty much every single month. Then your variable expenses, groceries, gas, all those other expenses that change a little bit. Power changes a little bit, water changes a little bit, gas changes a little bit. It's kind of a fixed cost, but it's also a little bit variable too. You sit down and go through all those things. All we need to look at is your debit card, your credit card, your bank accounts, and we can know all of those things within a couple of hours. And then from there, start building out a wealth creation plan, a financial strategy of planning and telling your money where it is going, what it is doing, and knowing and having that financial awareness of what it is. Now, I share that story and experience of going out and you just have that feeling in the back of your mind or in your heart or your gut or your chest where you're like, oh man, can we really afford this? Ladies and gentlemen, if you never sit down and deal with this, take a couple of hours, maybe take 1 month, whatever it takes. If you never do it, you're going to live with that feeling for the rest of your life. If you're 36 right now and you're dealing with it, guess what? 37, 38, 45, 55, 65, 75, you're going to continue to live with that feeling. And it's always going to be a guess. It's always going to be a wonder. It's always going to be a question. You're not going to know if you're ready for retirement. You're not going to know if you can afford that thing. You're not going to know if you can help your kids with college or whatever your goals, dreams, desires, passions, everything. You're not going to know. You want to know something that is really cool? When you know your finances and you talk to your spouse or whatever, yourself, whatever it is that you want to do, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to create this financial plan. And in the plan, we're going to take $300 every single month and we're going to plan for this trip. And you do that, 300, 300, 300, 300, whatever it is that you want to do. And the trip's going to cost you $3,000, but you've saved up $6,000. You know what is really fun? When you go on a trip and you look at something and then you look at your spouse. I've had this experience, or I look at my wife and I'm like, we're like, let's do it just because we have the money to do it. We literally will go on a trip and we say, we've got $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and we are not going home until all of the money is gone, because that is exactly what the money was planned for and specified for. It was specific. This is what we're doing with this money. My wife and I have splurged on restaurants. We've splurged on activities. We've done different things because we planned for those things. It was in the financial plan. You see, you either live the rest of your life every time you go do something like that and you want to splurge and you want to have fun, but then you have that sick feeling in your whole body, your mind, your chest, your gut, that sick feeling of, can we afford this? Can we do this? Or you can live with that abundance, free, fun. Hey, we've got $1,000. Let's go spend all of it on enjoyment and fun. My wife and I talk about those things all the time. It is something we really enjoy, going and trying new restaurants, trying new food, seeing new areas, seeing new places. That is something we put in our financial plan. Now, we'd love for it to happen every month, but it doesn't. With finances, with planning, with kids, with all the things that we have going on, but we try to be planned and specific with those things. So I share that because I used to live that way. I used to live 100% where my wife and I would go out to eat and we'd go spend $60 and I'm like, I think we're okay. And the whole time we're sitting there eating, I'm kind of freaking out inside because I'm like, can we really afford this? Can we do this? And when we flipped that and we knew we could afford it, we knew we could do it, and we did it with excitement and in pleasure, it changes everything financially. So I shared this thing with you, that one of the biggest things that is keeping you broke, keeping you stuck, keeping you limited, keeping you frustrated, keeping you with financial contention, and you continue to have remorse with all of these things, is because of your financial awareness. You don't know. You don't know what your money is. You don't know where it's going. You don't know what it's doing. There's so many people I see all the time on these ads where it's like, hey, sign up for this thing and we'll show you all your subscriptions. You guys, if you need a subscription to tell you your subscriptions, you've already lost. The financial game is lost. They won. You got an L, they got a W. So I share that with you because you need to know what is going on. You need to be disciplined and create a financial plan. There is no reason why you can't drive that car. There's no reason why you can't have that house. There's no reason why you can't go on those vacations. There's no reason why you can't have that amount of money sitting in your bank account or your retirement account, or be able to do this for somebody else in the charities and all those things. There's nothing that is keeping you from those things other than yourself, your financial awareness, and getting disciplined with who you are and what it is that you do with your money and how you manage your money. So I share those things with you because those things are keeping you broke. They are 100% keeping you broke. And if you'll take a little bit of time and get disciplined with your finances, you can live a completely financially free and abundant and prosperous life forever. So go try those things. You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is the Jared Briggs Show. Austin and I are working on a lot of different things. I'm actually working on a lot of things that I want to be able to offer to help with these things. So stay tuned and stay in connection with what we're doing. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time.